guys. Another beautiful day. Oh
yeah. We find our main characters on their way to breakfast and some coffee down by the waterfall before they go surfing for a second time. Would you look at that waterfall?
Free delivery. I was like, alright, are we getting the wave started?
My perceptions seem to have changed.
Ever so slightly.
Ever so slightly. Now 300 days later, you read something else.
Exactly. You gotta look at this table.
My favorite part's the wall in his mouth. See this? I used to had to like carve this inside of the mouth.
Oh yeah. Oh damn. That is dope.
Very nice.
Hello, doggy. You like the koi fish, doggy? That dog is living its best life. Now, we had a great surf sesh yesterday, and we're about to go get another surf session. I'm a little fried, like a little burnt, but that's the price to pay.
Now, I forgot to record some B-roll footage on our way to the surf spot. However, it is kind of a secret surf spot where we went this day, so just know it's an undisclosed location. And here we are, walking down to the beach.
Hiking down to 1 day a day.
Here we are, in the jungle, en la jungla. Qué bonita.
Now, Eric had warned me not to be tricked by the pretty colors of this board and that it actually isn't that great of a board in his opinion, but I learned the hard way. So while I was struggling, I tossed the camera off to Eric and he caught this nice little wave. And here we are with a different angle of me struggling on that green Pizel. And wipeout. Pitiful. And here we are discussing a possible board swap. Eric was like, you want to try my board out, maybe? Alley-oop. Yeah, this wave didn't go anywhere. I don't like to blame the conditions or the equipment, but I just didn't catch any good waves on the green Pizel. Hee! Wipeout! And here's Eric taking off on another nice one. And this was pretty much the only decent wave that I caught on the green Pizel, and then the wave just kind of died, so we switched boards. And this is the very next wave after switching boards.
Oh yeah, now that's what I'm talking about.
And before we got out of the water, I tried to catch one more good one on the green Pizel, which just didn't pan out. But after this surf sesh, we went back up to the property. I looked at the macadamia nuts and filmed some of the little Buddha statues around the property after we got some food from a Mexican food truck and recouped a little bit before this next surf session. Now, at this spot, I did not know that this area is the #1 breeding ground in the Hawaiian Islands for white-tip reef sharks and scallop hammerhead sharks, which doesn't really bother me because they don't really mess with people, but those hammerheads can grow up to 14 feet long, so that's a pretty big fish. Also, I ended up spending most of my time swimming around in the water without my board.
Well, I'm out here in the middle of the ocean. My leash snapped on the first wave.
All right, story time. Now, I wasn't recording when the incident happened because I was still just paddling out, but the set of the day caught me on the inside and absolutely slammed me, and when I came up, I didn't have my leash attached to my leg anymore. Luckily, some uncle found my board on the inside and paddled it back out to me, which was a lifesaver, so I don't know who he was, but shout out to that guy. You definitely hooked me up because I was getting tired out there. Now let's get right back into the action.
My board's all the way inside. Oh, I was getting slammed. That guy got the right wave though. Woo. Oh.
So tell us what happened out there.
I think Jack went for a swim more than a surf.
Yeah, I had a swimming practice session. Got my butterfly in.
But we're all good. Why are we swimming butterfly? It's like the hardest way to do it.
Now, I told myself after that swimming excursion that I was done for the day and I wasn't going to surf again. But Eric and the crew rolled up to this secret spot and I was just going to take pictures from the shore. Then I couldn't find a good spot to take the photos from. I wasn't about to just sit there while they were out there surfing. So I grabbed my board and figured out how to get out to this spot, which it wasn't too easy. It was a bit of a strange and precarious paddle. Oh, I knocked over Eric's slipper there, but I put it right back where it belongs because, you know, it's all about doing the right things when no one's watching, if you know what I'm saying. But getting in and out of the water right here was a bit precarious as well because I had already cut my feet multiple times on the reef, and so I didn't want to reopen any of those wounds. But that being said, this was a really lovely and beautiful area where you put your board into the water. Now, after that wave, I got caught on the inside as the set of the day came through, and this is the raw video of me getting run over by wave after wave after wave. And this is a guy named Jack, who's another friend from Big Island and a great photographer, taking off on that wave. Here I am failing to take off on this wave. But this one and the next one caught Jack on the inside, and he was fine. But it made for a cool shot as this beautiful wave barreled right on top of Jack's head. It makes me think of that quote from the movie North Shore, where Turtle says, "If the wave breaks here, don't be there."
Dolphin vibe, high five. You finished that surf session. What do you think, Eric?
I think we earned whatever we do after
Whatever
this.
meal comes after this, yeah. It's gonna be nice.
Sounds delectable.
Pizza for the 4th meal in a row.
Pizza, pizza.